Have you ever asked yourself what created God? It's a simple question that almost everyone has asked at one point in their life, but we've all been given the same answer, that there is no answer. But what if there was? See, I used to be a Christian, and I remember as a kid asking this question myself, but the answer I always got was that God just is, that God was simply beyond our human understanding. But what if that wasn't true? What if we could understand? Are you ready to find out the answer to one of the greatest questions of all time? Now, to unlock this mystery, we have to look exactly where we've been told not to look, the world of forbidden knowledge, a world shrouded in secrecy that the church did its best to hide from the world. Now, first, make sure that you like and subscribe for more hidden information, and if you enjoy my work, consider supporting on Patreon to get access to weekly members-only videos, or you can also help by hitting the join button right below this video. The answer that God is simply beyond our human understanding is one that I found frustratingly incomplete. It felt like an excuse to avoid answering a critical and foundational question. So I began to question, to seek answers, and the answers that I found were shocking to say the least. Did you know that there were secret teachings in early sects of Christianity, knowledge that was deliberately banned and destroyed by the church? See, hidden throughout history, suppressed by those in power, are a multitude of banned books, texts that are said to contain answers to questions that mainstream religious institutions would rather leave unasked. One such book is the Secret Book of John, a banned book that reveals an entirely different view of God and creation. See, the Secret Book of John reveals a God that is far more complex and intriguing than the bearded man in the sky God that we've all been sold on at church. You see, throughout the Bible, we often hear God declaring that he is the one true God and that there is no other God. He's possessive and jealous. He requires obedience, worship, and even human sacrifice. So think about it. Why would an all-powerful God need constant reassurance and worship? Why would he need to keep declaring that there is no other God? Doesn't it seem a little suspicious, almost like he's hiding something? What if I told you that the Secret Book of John claims that this God we've been taught about is in fact a God of darkness that trapped us here on earth? See, salvation, according to the book of John, isn't achieved through obedience to this God or worship or even faith. It's achieved through knowledge, through understanding the true nature of ourselves and our place in the cosmos. Now, this is where it gets interesting. The Secret Book of John says that it was actually Jesus himself who led Adam and Eve to eat from the tree of knowledge. It was Jesus who enticed them to eat the forbidden fruit. This act of liberation, the very act that mainstream Christianity blames on Lucifer, is, according to this book, the first step towards humanity's salvation. But think about it. If, according to the Secret Book of John, a God of darkness created earth and trapped us here, then who's the real God? The Secret Book reveals the existence of a higher being, a divine entity known as the One. The Secret Book of John says, "The One rules all. Nothing has authority over it. It is absolutely complete and so needs nothing. It is utterly perfect light." This is the true God, a divine mind of pure light, pure thought that transcends all physicality and limitations of this reality. It's here that we find another shocking revelation. The entity of darkness, the one that the church has led us to believe is God, was created from this divine mind. But it was an accidental creation, a dark thought born out of a moment of disharmony, when a being of light known as Sophia acted out of sync with the rest of the divine mind. So this entity of darkness brought chaos, creating a dream world, our physical reality, and trapped fragments of the divine mind within it, entangling them in bodies. And so who are these pieces of the divine mind? Us, you and I, every single human being on this planet. According to this ancient forbidden text, we are the divine mind. We're fragments of the One. We are God. You starting to see why the church didn't like this book? But hold on just a minute. What about our original question? What created God? Well, according to the Secret Book of John, the God that we've come to know through mainstream Christianity, the God of the Bible, was accidentally created through a disturbance or accident in the mind of the One. This being of darkness created a dream world and trapped us, fragments of the divine mind, within it. But remember, all of this is happening within the mind of the One. This physical reality, the world that we see around us, it's all a dream. And we're dreamers who've forgotten that we're in a dream. But then what created the one, the divine mind, the real God? Well, the secret book of John says that it's eternal, but how can it be eternal? How can anything, even a being of pure thought, pure light, simply exist without a cause, without a beginning? The secret book of John says that the one is beyond our understanding. But isn't that a little ironic that a book all about knowledge declares that the ultimate truth, the nature of God, is unknowable? So here's the problem. Now we have a better understanding of God as a pure divine mind and that we're all pieces of it, but our original question still isn't answered. To answer this question, we need to go beyond the world of Christianity. The Kabbalah is an ancient system of esoteric knowledge that originated in Judaism. Traditionally, the study of Kabbalah was reserved for men over the age of 40 who were scholars of the Torah. It's said that through the study of the Kabbalah, a person can gain a deep understanding of the divine. Well, that's exactly what we're after. And you'll notice that the Kabbalah has some very big similarities to the secret book of John. Like the idea of the one in the secret book of John, at its core, Kabbalah teaches that there is a divine mind known as Ein Sof, which means the endless one. One of the key symbols in Kabbalah is called the tree of life. Now, this symbol represents the journey of the divine, the endless one, into the physical world and our journey back to the divine. It consists of 10 interconnected sephirot, which are like stages or aspects of the divine. Like the secret book of John, Kabbalah also teaches that the material world is an illusion. Kabbalah teaches that through studying the tree of life and understanding the interplay of these sephirot, the stages of God, we can gain insight into the nature of God and our own divine potential. It teaches that each individual has a spark of the divine within them, and that by exploring our inner selves, we can come to a deeper understanding of our connection to God. But here's the key. The Kabbalah proposes that Ein Sof, the endless one, the divine mind, is both absolutely everything and nothing. But hold on, how can something be both everything and nothing at the same time? It seems like a contradiction, an impossibility. And so here we run into a problem, because as usual, it's claimed that the endless one can't be known. So have we hit another dead end, another system telling us that we can't know? Well, we've gained a clue, and that is that the divine is both everything and nothing. But how can we understand that? So to unlock this mystery, we need to turn towards the void. The concept of zero, while seemingly simple, is an enigma in itself. It's a concept that originated in the East and holds profound philosophical implications in Eastern philosophies. It isn't just an empty number. It's a concept that represents the void, the nothingness that precedes and follows all creation. This void, this nothingness, is the canvas upon which all of reality is painted. See, if zero represents nothingness, maybe our answer is hidden inside it. To unlock the secrets of zero, we need to turn to a mathematical understanding of existence. Pythagoras, the ancient Greek philosopher and mathematician, proposed that reality isn't physical, but rather that it's fundamentally mathematical. Pythagoras said, "All is number, and number rules the universe." Those who were devoted to the teachings of Pythagoras, the Pythagoreans, they secretly worshipped a symbol called the tetractys, which was a triangle of 10 dots arranged in 4 rows. The tetractys symbolized the emanation of all existence from a single point of unity. Sound familiar? It's a lot like the emanation from the Kabbalistic tree of life, which is rooted in the endless one, and the one of the secret book of John, from which all reality emanates. Do you see how they're all telling a similar story, but each one brings something extra to the table? The Pythagoreans would pray to the tetractys, saying, "Bless us, divine number, thou who generated gods and men. O holy, holy tetractys, thou that containest the root and the source of the eternally flowing creation. For the divine number begins with the profound, pure unity." So where does all this leave us? We have the secret book of John suggesting that all reality exists within a divine mind. The Kabbalah proposes that this divine mind is everything and nothing at once, while Pythagorean philosophy posits that all reality is fundamentally mathematical, emanating from a single point. Each one of these secret systems have given us a piece of the puzzle to God. Are you ready for the answer? In Kabbalah, the divine is said to be everything and nothing, which seems like an impossibility, a contradiction, but actually it's not if we understand that reality is mathematical. In the realm of mathematics, everything is indeed nothing. All positive values and all negative values, when combined, balance perfectly to zero. Everything is nothing. Mathematically speaking, absolutely everything is also absolutely nothing, because all positive values and all negative values balance to perfect zero. The divine mind is one infinite zero. It's one mind that contains infinite mathematical information that balances perfectly to zero. See, I believe that people need to know this information. I've devoted my life to studying hidden knowledge, and I've created a system known as the neogenian for understanding the secrets of existence. And in the neogenian system, the concept of an entity that is one, infinite and zero, all at the same time, we call a zeta. A zeta is one infinite fullness that voids to zero. A zeta is an entity that embodies infinite fullness within itself, yet voids to zero. It's the intersection of everything and nothing. So in all these esoteric systems that we've been exploring, the one could also be called the infinite, or it could be called the void, because it's all of these concepts simultaneously. It's a zeta. Here's where it gets even more intriguing, because we are also zetas. You, me, every single human being, every soul is a zeta. We are individual expressions of the divine mind. Each one of us is a unique piece of the infinite puzzle that collectively forms the one. We, all of us, are the one, expressing ourselves through the multitude of souls, through the vast variety of life. Just like the one is both everything and nothing, it's both one and many. We started with the question, what created God? And now we have an answer. Nothing created God. God is nothing. God is the void from which all things emerge, the silent background against which the symphony of existence plays. The divine mind, the one, is a void teeming with infinite potential. It's an eternal nothingness that gives birth to everything by rearranging its internal mathematical information. Think of it like a computer code that rearranges its information to generate a video game world. But doesn't this contradict the age-old belief that God can't be known? Well, you see, here's the thing. It's not that God can't be known, it's that God is nothingness. And nothingness is hard to comprehend. It's hard to grasp because, well, what's one trying to grasp? It's nothing. So when the ancients ran into nothing, they thought God couldn't be known. It's not that it can't be known, but that it is nothing. See, zero can be imagined in two different ways. You can imagine zero as being completely empty, but you can also imagine zero as being infinitely full of every possible value, both positive and negative. By understanding that eternal nothingness is not the absence of something, but the presence of infinite potential, we gain insight into the nature of existence. You see, you, me, every one of us, we are God. And together we collectively form the one mind. You can call this God. I don't even like using the word God. I prefer the absolute. We are zetas. Each one of us is an entity that is simultaneously one, infinite, and zero. This physical reality, the world that we see all around us, it's a grand stage for God, for us to explore the infinite possibilities of existence. We started off asking, what created God? And when we looked for the answer, we discovered something even more profound, that we are God. We discovered that what we were looking for is what was doing the looking. We are the infinite nothingness of existence that birthed everything from its internal mathematical fullness, and we got lost in our own creation. We, the infinite, fooled ourselves into believing that we're finite. We tricked ourselves into believing that we're embodied beings. We got lost in our dream of the universe. So, what created God? Religion says that God is beyond our understanding, but we can absolutely understand. Nothing created God because God is nothing, a nothing that is an infinite fullness. This nothingness needs no creator. It exists by its inherent properties. Nothingness always is, always has been, and always will be. This is the great revelation, the secret knowledge, the hidden truth. It was never a matter of not being able to understand. It was a matter of perceiving it from a different perspective. Instead of seeing nothingness as an emptiness, seeing it as a fullness, a shift in understanding that changes everything. What is the greatest secret of existence? That we are God, that we are nothing that tricked itself into thinking that it's something. But this isn't something to be depressed about. It reveals that reality is our playground. It's our kingdom to create, our canvas to paint our dreams. We are divine. We are God. We are Zetas. That is what a soul is. We are the absolute nothingness of existence that created everything from its infinite mathematical fullness and got lost in our own creation. We are infinite beings who purposely lost ourselves in our creation to experience the thrill of finite existence. We are God and God is us. We are divine. We are God. We are Zetas. That is what a soul is. We are the absolute nothingness of existence that created everything from our infinite mathematical fullness and got lost in our own creation. We are infinite beings who purposefully lost ourselves in our creation to experience the thrill of finite existence. The truth is that we are God and God is us. Now, this is important. Always remember to explore, to question, to seek. Don't take my word for it or anyone else's. You hold the power of understanding within you. You are the divine mind that holds infinite possibilities. The answers are in you. You are a Zeta. We all are. We are the creators of our own reality, the dreamers of our own dreams, the gods of our universe. If you liked this video, take a look at my other video on the truth about the apocalypse. You need to see it now. My name is Morgue, and my work is all about creating a new beginning, a new earth through a new consciousness. Become a part of the neogenian and help us create a new world.